Ed back in talking about some black bean corn and tomato salsa. I'm ready.
Exactly.
I'm ready. She sold me on the first one, so I know she's gonna kill us.
That was a nice. That had a dessert quality to it.
I've been snacking every break.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
every break I've just been,
The pumpkin spice yogurt dip has been a hit so far.
Yeah.
But
So this one, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, so this recipe is a black bean corn and tomato salsa. It's really versatile. This is a great year-round recipe, honestly, but it also would be great during the holiday season because it adds that bright, fresh dish to what normally is kind of like a heavy, very filling meals, you know? Yeah. So this would be a great appetizer, and it's very simple to get started. So the first ingredient that we're going to add to our bowl to mix together are our black beans. And beans of all types are a really great source of fiber, which are great for heart health. They're also a good source of plant protein. So we've got our beans in there. Next, we're going to add in our tomatoes. These are just diced tomatoes, so I'm adding those in. Tomatoes are a great source of vitamin C. They're a great source of lycopene, which has been proven to be beneficial for our heart health. Next, I'm going to add in our corn, and this adds like a very good sweetness to the dish, using like a sweet corn. Also corn, another great source of fiber. Lastly, we're going to add in our red onion, great source of antioxidants. You can use whatever type of onion that you prefer, if you like a white onion or a sweet yellow onion. We're just going to give this a little toss here.
And
what's your
preference?
go ahead.
I was just going to ask, I mean, we're combining black beans and corn. That's sort of like an amino acid thing for protein, right?
Yeah, so corn is not necessarily a great source of protein, but plant proteins sometimes don't have the full complete amino acids to make what's called a complete protein. But combining certain proteins, yeah, you're talking the right language. Combining certain proteins can give you the full amino acid profile in certain dishes.
You keep coming back, I might get smart eventually.
That's right.
Yeah.
You talked about the different choices in onion. What made you choose this particular onion?
I like the red onion because it's sharp.
Okay.
It also adds a great color to the dish.
Okay, because I'm a copycat. I need to know these things.
Yeah, I like the red onion for those reasons.
Awesome.
And then for the dressing, it's very simple. We just have some oil here. You can use the oil of your choosing, olive, canola, vegetable, whatever you like. They're all great sources of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. And then lastly, we're going to add some lime juice to add more vitamin C and that bright citrusy flavor. So you can actually roll the lime, kind of helps get a little bit more juice out. And then I'm simply going to cut this in half, and you can use a juicer if you have one, or you can simply squeeze over, and this is a wonderfully juicy lime. And then this is it. This is really simple. You just stir it together. And you can serve this right away or put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Okay. And we are just going to dump in the salsa to our serving dish here.
Is there a benefit to letting it sit other than just cooling off in the fridge?
Yeah, you can just serve it colder. It really just helps the flavors meld together. And you can add seasonings if you like, if you have some fresh cilantro or pepper, anything like that to add a little bit more flavor. And here I have it served over a bed of lettuce with some chicken.
And
the reason I think this is a great recipe for Thanksgiving as an appetizer coming up is because it's super versatile for leftovers. So you might have leftover turkey. Maybe you've heard of chicken tortilla soup. Well, you can combine these ingredients with your leftover turkey and maybe some broth and make a turkey tortilla soup. Or like this, serve it over a bed of lettuce as a salad.
Allie knows that I won't be cooking at least a week after Thanksgiving is over. So whole lot of leftovers, so you know my heart right
A week's
here.
worth of food in one day.
I was going to say, I think I'm going to step up here onto the...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Give it a try.
Get up in there.
And some important tips that I like to share with people is you can use fresh produce, of course, but there's a lot of misconception out there that frozen or canned foods are not as nutritious as fresh foods, and that is absolutely not true. Canned foods and frozen foods are harvested at their peak ripeness and then canned or frozen at that time to lock in those important nutrients. That being said, when you're shopping for canned items, it's important to look for low sodium or no added salt versions. But I have a tip for everyone at home. you can actually remove up to 40% of the sodium in canned items by simply running them under water. So that's what I actually did. I rinsed the beans and the tomatoes and the corn before adding them to remove some of that sodium in the canned goods.
Love it. Look, George going in.
We didn't lose anything by rinsing off the beans, did we?
No, flavor's
Update.
there.
Allie knows what she's talking about. Just an update for everybody.
And I'm gonna go ahead because I'm glad the camera's there, so I have another excuse.
Yeah, so both of these recipes are really great, especially for older adults who maybe aren't as comfortable in the kitchen anymore as they were at one point, but they still want to contribute something to the meals that they once maybe were the sole person providing and preparing. Yeah. These are great options, the pumpkin spice yogurt dip and the black bean corn and tomato
we're going to
salsa.
put these recipes on our website.
Yes, Life.Style.Live.TV. Hit that QR code for more information on all the knowledge that Allie can give. We appreciate you, Allie, so much.
Oh, thanks for having me back. It means a lot.
I know some people used to be comfortable in the kitchen. I was never comfortable. So this is right up my alley.
These are some baby steps. Oh, Patty's here. Go for it, Patty.
And as we all continue to munch on these great chips and salsa,